So cultural differences are the various beliefs, behaviors, languages, practices, and expressions considered unique to members of a specific ethnicity, race, or national origin. While these various differences can create a more vibrant office or work environment, they can also lead to more than a few problems resulting in cultural clashes. As a result of which, we need to learn to be more accommodating. We also need to do some research to understand the different cultures who make up our workspace. And we also need to proactively, meaning working on it, working at it, and working proactively. So rather than letting things happen, do a bit more planning to create a productive synergy. When they talk about productive synergy, it basically means you take different groups of people and you find ways that they can work together. And if we can do that, we create better relationships and therefore come up with better outcomes. For example, people from different backgrounds working together, coming up with different ideas, which can lead to innovation. And innovation could happen in many different areas. It could be technology innovation, it could be a process innovation, it could be a product innovation. So a lot of exciting things can happen. Teamwork is a group of people working together, all doing separate activities and separate tasks, but they can be interrelated. And when you put it all together, it results in overall efficiencies and good results. When we talk about teamwork, there's different areas that we have to look at to allow for teamwork to be done very, very well. Leadership, for example, it becomes the leadership's responsibility to establish a vision of effective teamwork. So managers, owners of a business, they have to work proactively to provide the vision. The next level down is effective management. So now that we have the vision of what we're trying to achieve, effective management holds everyone accountable. We've told people the rule, we've given the training, we've created a scenario and situation, and now we got to make sure that we hold people accountable. There's no point in having plans, there's no point in having training, there's no point in having policies and procedures if we, as management, don't follow up to make sure people are doing the right thing. Another important aspect is structure. And when it comes to structure, it's important to ensure that when we think about team building, we think about it at the very beginning stage, hiring, and then training, and then developing. And we keep this thought process continuous throughout the entire journey. So the team that we create becomes super cohesive. They work well together. From a business perspective, procedures and policies, or policies and procedures, they play a really important role because policies are the rules of the business. Procedures is how to do it. What procedures and policies, what they allow us to do is it allows us to clarify roles and clarify responsibilities. When you think about a teamwork or team setting in general, quite often people want to be helpful, but if they don't know what their roles are, their good intentions may not lead to the results that we want. So procedures make it super clear by going, this is your role and these are your responsibilities. The last big aspect of having good or effective teamwork would be excellent communication. Now, I understand the word excellent can be quite misleading, can mean different things to different people. So let's just say good communication. And the way we have good communication is by being proactive once again, to promote communication and promote collaboration. What does that actually mean? Well, let's say you're managing a team. Now, you want good communication in the team. So what you want to do is to promote communication. So you'll say, hey, why don't you guys work together? Which also helps collaboration. Why don't you use our online system? Or why don't you use offline settings to communicate, to discuss? Let's have meetings. Let's have formal and informal events, which allows people to come together, work together, discuss together, grow together, and ultimately form an excellent team. So The next part is an important question we've got to ask ourselves. Are we an effective team member? Now, remember, a team is made up of a group of people, and each person is unique. Each person is different. Some people will have qualities that are very similar to each other. 100%. That's going to happen. In saying that, there are some qualities which are more universal, meaning if people have it, it allows for a far more effective team. So the kind of things we're looking at, the willingness to help a team member in need. So if you want to be a good team member, you should be willing to help somebody else out if they have a need. Commitment to making sure the team members are informed on any developments related to your project or to the company's overall business. So the second one, right? It's talking about communication, but the key word here is commitment, meaning you are proactively going to communicate with other people to make sure they are also on the right track. They have access to the information. They know what's going on. Good team members also need to be reliable, responsible, and have excellent communication skills. A lot of these things we develop as we go. These are things that we learn, and these are things that evolve. Excellent communication in different contexts, as in different industries, different companies, can mean very different things. So to be a good team member, we also have to adjust the what we do and the how we do to the situation that we're in. Effective team members also need to be flexible, honest, helpful, committed, and most importantly, willing to learn. The moment we think we know everything, it causes a massive barrier and a lot of different aspects can just break down. So it's really important to make sure that to be a really, really good team member, that we are always willing to learn. There are going to be aspects that you do incredibly well, and there's going to be other aspects that you don't know much about. Now, rather than going, I know everything, or the opposite, I know nothing, meet somebody in between and go, this is what I know. What can you teach me? And let's learn from each other. And when you do that, that give and take aspect, it helps to build an effective team.